Hey guys, it's Anna with another art video, and today we are doing a tutorial. And what I wanted to do a tutorial on was lips, because I used to be absolutely terrible at lips, and I found a certain, not a video tutorial, but like an images tutorial online, and it just explained things in a way that really made sense. And that was a few years ago, and now I would consider myself pretty decent at drawing lips. And so I'm going to teach you that method. So, first of all, because this is art, circles. Circles are very important. So this is going to be closed lips, and they're kind of puffy, which can be stylized, but you can also work with the look and the shapes in order to get them to be less puffy. And you can get thinner lips, you can get a lot of different effects, but this is going to be in a neutral expression. So you draw two circles and they're overlapping, and then you extend the lines, and you can add a little end of mouth line, not sure what those are called. But then this line, the smiling, you can say, curve in the interlock of the circle, strengthen that line, and then match it at the top of that circle. And then create a little dip coming out like that, little very, very flat W. And then connect that with the end. Same on the other side. Going from another angle. Same from the top. And then I'm just going to ink that so it's a little bit more visible in the camera, because my camera is not letting me zoom in right now. Inking. I feel like some people are better at talking when they're inking, and I just feel like if I speak, I will draw a line that's like the opposite of what I want. But I don't feel like editing music in here. So I'm gonna talk so you don't get awkward silence. Okay, so hopefully you can see that a bit better there. I should wait for this to dry a little bit. Don't follow my example, I'm terrible, really. Why are you watching a tutorial from me? But yeah, that's the gist of it. I'm going to show you a couple different variations, and I'm going to color this. So, with coloring, one thing that you don't notice immediately with lips is how the top lip is darker than the bottom lip. So you can either accomplish this by using two different colors, or by using one color and layering on the top depending on your medium and the shade. Some things that end up happening that can be tricky is if you're drawing someone with black lipstick, the top lip is still going to be darker, so the second lip, the bottom lip, is actually going to be a shade of gray, which can be a little, like, surprising. And you want to make it a very, very dark gray if that's the case. And I'm going to layer another color in there. So that it doesn't completely throw you off, because you don't want it to seem like you're making gray lips. It's kind of tricky. What you can also do if you want, I'm talking about black lips when I'm not coloring a black lip. Whatever, you can deal with it. But yeah, you can also make the full lip black if you want it to blend completely, but I would still recommend using just a dark gray. So Another thing is how lips do have those kinds of slight lines, and depending on, first of all, how puffy you want the lips to look, and how, like, what style you're going with, will have different textures. I think that's cute. Is that even focused? I want you to zoom in, but zooming isn't happening. Whatever. I'm going to show you a slight variant on that, which would be kind of a puckered lip, in which case you want the circles to be a little bit more separate so that you get more of a vertical effect. And the lines are going to be shorter because the lips are being pushed together. You also want to use more along the lines of half the circle rather than maybe used a third of the circle there. And also, instead of doing a dip at the bottom, you're also going to match that bottom curve. Again, I'm just going to ink that so it's a little bit more visible. Actually, I want to go a bit more cartoony with this one, so I'm going to go with a thicker ink pen. So that's how that will look when it's a puckered lip. Benefits of using felt tip pen: don't have to wait for it to dry. Go in like a crazy person. So I'm going to do what I was talking about before, although it is going to cover up that little line, but just know that I'm doing this for a color tutorial rather than focusing on that pucker. If I was doing like a regular puckered lip, I'd probably go like a nice deep red, movie star style. But I think this will be beneficial. So I have been kind of avoiding doing tutorials for a while because I did a couple when I really shouldn't have. I felt like I was at a better place in my art than I probably was. Oh, dang it, this is a warm gray. Whatever. But so I'd been kind of avoiding them, and I also had weird setups in a lot of them. They just weren't really well done videos. Like, for example, one of the very first videos I posted like 2 years ago or something was a like manga eyes tutorial, and it wasn't very good. And because I didn't really understand how I wanted to do the format for the tutorial, it just ended up coming out weird, and I wasn't even doing the art the way I would normally do it, which is pretty bad for a tutorial if you're doing it like a weird way. And I don't know, so I'd been avoiding. Do I like that? I kind of like that. I like it on the bottom lip. Let's do it. Yeah, I like it on the bottom lip. One good thing about highlights, they can always be erased. Don't know what that accent was. Yes, so, just some notes on this, and let me know what you think of this tutorial, especially in comparison to my old tutorials. Like, I think one of them was like one of the few videos I got a dislike on. People rarely even care enough to like or dislike, so that was kind of impressive. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this tutorial. Let me know if you want anything else. And yeah, and so just some other notes are, you can change the expression slightly. This is about neutral method for drawing lips, so I didn't want to get into expressions. But you can change the expression by angling the line extending from those initial circles. And also, order of how you do things actually can really help the way the lip comes out. Like, I find it much more helpful to draw the line with those weird end of lip thingies right at the start, rather than sometimes when I'll do it later, the lip will end up shaped very strange. So yeah, I'm going to take the camera and go closer in because it's not letting me zoom, which I feel bad for. I'll try to use my new video editing software and do some zooming in the effects. But for now, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Buy my art merch. Hey.